Hey guys, Kyle, the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you my review for One Piece Chapter 903 review. And by God, this chapter was just. It was insane, okay? It was just. It was totally fucking nuts with just how many things. Like, it was like how many things actually fucking happened in this chapter, and all revolving around one single thing in this. Like, hell, like, honestly, this chapter was so insane. I actually needed to take off my My Hero Academia t-shirt and actually wear my One Piece t-shirt because that's just how fucking insane this chapter was. Like, holy fucking shit. Okay, so I'm just gonna get through this one. I'm just gonna get through the little beginning bits very quickly, which is that the chapter starts off on a quite bit of a lighter note, to be sure, but with the Straw Hats going through their usual bickering. Although in this case, it was about a raid suit Sanji got from Yonji, and I gotta say, good on him for accepting for not accepting any strength, but his own. And even more than that is, I gotta say, his little declaration about science is true, but at the same time, it's also become, if you think about it, science has become our greatest mistake. Especially when you consider all the weapons that have been born from the basic principles of science. You got gas bombs, you got gas bombs, you got grenades, you got missiles. You just got all these fucking weapons that we in society have created based on science. And yeah, it may be one of our greatest strengths, Sanji, but it's proven to be one of our greatest mistakes as well. Because it's through that creation that we've just thrown ourselves into shit. Anyway, and and I like how we see the final confirmation of Sanji leaving his past behind him, which is his bounty poster being changed from only alive to wanted again, which is ironically, believe it or not, the kindest thing his family could have ever done for him. Like his family have been his family did kind of redeem themselves in the end, but his family overall have just been such shitholes to him in his past that it's like, yeah, that's probably the kindest fucking thing you assholes could have done for him is actually brand him a wanted man again, because hey, at this point the Straw Hats are his real family, not you assholes. But yeah, um, but yeah, and no big, and now the big shocker for me, and of course a lot of people in this chapter, which is that Luffy's bounty went way up, like way to the sky up. And at first I thought I was being punked with the whole 150 million berries, but as the chapter moved along, I was like, okay, Oda, what are you doing? What's your angle? And then the final page. Luffy's bounty clocks in now at 1,500,000,000 berries. Morgan's changed things more than I think even he anticipated. Like, seriously, that much? Like, Luffy is a Luffy is beyond a wanted man now. He's like second level. He's like on Dragon's level now of being a wanted man. He's like, I guess it's like father like I guess it's almost like a father like son thing, but yeah, like Luffy's like, if Dragon is the most wanted man in the world, Luffy's the second most wanted man in the world now. Like, these his Luffy's family is just, holy shit. Yeah, let me repeat that again. I just need to repeat that again for myself even. 1,500,000,000 berries. And yeah, it's like, but yeah, but yeah, and like, yeah, Morgan's changed things more than I think even he anticipated. And honestly, and like, okay, like Luffy's the second most wanted man in the world now, yeah, but I think what is so interesting, makes this particular bounty also stand out on top of the obvious hype factor, is that is that if you look at the tech, if you look at the what makes it stand out so much is that while the events of Whole Cake Island did have a part to play in this bounty increase, if you look at the dialogue throughout this chapter, you could say that, like Luffy's whole battle on Whole Cake Island, Luffy's actions on Whole Cake Island, definitely part of what happened, but definitely part of what happened. And Big Mom's just acting like a little crusty, like, yeah, he didn't beat me, but yeah, okay, yeah, he didn't beat you, Big Mom, but he still fucked your shit up. Just saying. But anyway, like, I'm getting off track here. Sorry. But yeah, like his actions on his action on Whole Cake Island were only part of this bounty increase. But if you look at like I said, if you look at the dialogue, it's actually a culmination of everything that Luffy's done in the New World, like Punk Hazard, Dressrosa, like the whole formation of his whole unwilling formation of his little Straw Hat Armada, just and now leading up to this, like everything Luffy has done now, basically got him to that point of this is how dangerous Luffy is, and it's and of course I'm sure Luffy and I'm sure Morgan's just kind of like and Morgan's just outright saying he's a fifth emperor now. That's like that's definitely sure to split some hairs too, but and just seeing. And just seeing all the, like I said, just seeing all the Emperor's reactions to Luffy's new bounty was kind of incredible. Like I said, Big Mom was acting a little crusty, and Big Mom was acting a little crusty. I think Blackbeard ended up taking it in a little bit of humorous stride, or just saying, you're not there yet, Stride, but good for you anyway," or something he took it in a bit of humorous stride, like you're not there yet, Bucko, but you're getting there, and of course Shanks was like, and of course Kaido, like they've pretty much already targeted Kaido, so Kaido just wants to, I don't think Kaido has ever needed even more of a reason than he does now to kill Luffy, but this just kind of, I think this just kind of angers him more or something like that. I don't know. And of course Shanks just kind of takes it in stride, like, yeah, you're definitely up there, Luffy, and soon it'll be time to meet again, which, honestly, when they meet again, that should be very interesting, because I'm wondering what Oda has planned for basically the little reunion between the Red Hair Pirates and the Straw Hats in particular, especially Luffy with Shanks and Usopp with Yasopp. Like, I'm really wondering as to the context of what Oda has planned in terms of the reunion between Luffy and Shanks, for sure. He's kind of building it up right now. He's kind of building. I don't want to say Oda's building it up where it's going to be in the middle of a battle or something like with Kid. I don't know, but we'll just have to wait and see. And and also the one reaction that really fucking killed me after the big reveal of Luffy's bounty, looking back, was definitely Sakazuki's reaction. Because I read this chapter a couple times, and looking back on this chapter, Sakazuki's reaction is the one that kills me the most. The dude was acting for the most part calm in the chapter, but in that panel with Sakazuki, you know the motherfucker is boiling mad at this point. And yeah, the amount of I'm just thinking, the amount of bounty hunters and marines that are going to go after Straw Hats now is going to be insane. Honestly, this is the amount of people that are going to go after Straw Hats now is going to be insane. This is going to make what Luffy did at freaking at Eni's lobby look like child's play. And yeah, it's just Oda keeps piling shit on. It's so good. I'm sorry. I know I'm being a little incoherent with this part of the review, but it's so good. I love it. Anyway, I think I need to move out of my hype zone for a little bit. At least a little lesser hype. So, aside from that insanity, we also get a proper formal reintroduction to Koby and Helmeppo. And we've been introduced to what's happened to them since the Marineford arc in movies and specials, but this finally puts a formal what's happened to them and where are they now kind of thing since then on them. And honestly, one thing that I've always wondered about with Koby is how he was able to stay in the Marines after standing up to Sakazuki of all people. I mean, I gotta assume that Garp did a little bit of pleading or something to hit. Little bit of pleading to Sakazuki after the war, or maybe Sakazuki did see a little potential in Koby after he became a fleet admiral, right? But right now, it's kind of, for me, it's about the in between details. I want to know about how how Koby managed to gain the title of captain, and even more so how he managed to, and even more so how he just managed to stay in the Marines without Sakazuki exiling or just executing him, just doing whatever he felt was necessary to Kobe for his insubordination. But yeah, I just with the Kobe's introduction, I really want to know as to how he got that rank and what happened in between the war and now. So yeah, um, and aside from that, the final interesting thing about this chapter is that we see all these kingdoms get going en route to the Reverie, and if you noticed, Oda has held out for a while talking about what exactly happened to the revolutionaries when Blackbeard invaded, and this has already been discussed and said thousands of times, but there's no way an organization like the Revolutionary Army could be defeated so easily by a dumbass like Blackbeard. Plus, that was you definitely know that the Revolutionary armies haven't survived this long without having some kind of backup plan or even backup bases, just plans on top of plans on top of plans. That isn't Dragon style at all. We just know it from basically the presence that this guy has. So, but there's so yeah. And honestly, knowing how Oda's got a big and knowing all that, and knowing how Oda's got a big flair for those dramatic and grandioso moments as Luffy, I think it's believable to say we're about to see the revolutionaries pop up again very soon, and in this Reverie arc that we're entering into, and it'll be interesting to see how Oda handles the interactions between certain royals and revolutionaries, because there are some interesting interactions you could take away from that could happen in this Reverie, definitely Sabo and Stussy. Like I know they don't have the greatest relationship, judging from Sabo's past, but you definitely know they're gonna have some things to talk about in the middle of the chaos for sure, even before Sabo decides to kill him or something like that. And yeah, even and I'm even wondering if there are actually going to be some who actually side with the revolutionaries because actually a lot of the royalty here has known Luffy has definitely gotten to know Luffy, so they might so knowing that they might even betray some of the more corrupt royalty. I don't know. This is just there's so many possibilities that could happen as Reverie that has me really intrigued. I think it's going to be a lot less. I think I could see this Reverie arc almost being a little less battle heavy and maybe a little more political or something like that. But it should be interesting to see I'm just interested to see what direction Oda can take with this. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I have for this insane chapter. Holy shit! This chapter was just too good. But yeah, guys, just enjoy the video, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Post down in the comments below what you guys thought of this chapter. But yeah, Death Knight of Anime signing off. Later, guys. Insane.